There are two axes of narration in this story: space and time. Time expands and contracts. Space folds and unfolds. If we close our eyes and reach out our hands, we can find the house door. We have memorized the movements that take us there. Wexkull explains that this is how we can write in the dark. He speaks of the compass of the house door. The house door serves as a lodestar for creatures of all stripes. If a beehive is moved 2 meters to the west, bees returning home after an excursion will congregate where the entry point of the hive used to be. The original spatial demarcation was between home and away. All the others followed from there. The house door belongs neither to the inside or the outside. It is a pump churning realities. In the inner ear, we can find a meandering network of rooms and passages known as the bony labyrinth. In these rooms lies the vestibular system, which is responsible for maintaining equilibrium, and the spiral-shaped cochlea, which is responsible for hearing. Sound vibrations pour through what is known as the round window, tickling bundles of hair cells which transform them into electrical signals. We breathe the world in, and it spits us out. We need only to close our eyes, wrap our arms behind our heads, and touch our faces to establish with certainty the impossibility of a distinction between home and away. Navigating the confines of our home blindfolded, we have the assuredness of a tongue probing the interior of a mouth. We lick the walls, conferring a mosaic of places and impressions onto its surface. This is our gift to the environment, the formation of images. The house door is supposed to be a barricade against the state of nature. This is the contract that keeps the world at bay. The contours of the personal and public spheres billow like smoke. Our spatial arrangements and orientations mutate in accordance with cellular forces. Lucretius called the unpredictable swerve of atoms the clinamen. We have spent 2 months sequestered indoors, watching other people sacrificed by a collective body that refuses to be transformed. Volenti non fit injuria. To a willing person, injury is not done. We are dependent upon contingency for our livelihoods, but we are also endangered by it. In Book 6 of his epic poem on the nature of things, Lucretius describes the nature of the universe as follows. In the earth there are atoms of substances of every kind. Many are good for food and preserve life, and many can bring on sicknesses and lead to death more quickly. And as we have already pointed out, in order to maintain life, different things are better suited to different creatures, because the natures, interconnections, and shapes of their primordial particles are not alike. Many damaging things pass through the ears. Many which are harmful and damaging to our senses also come through the nostrils. And there are several, too, which we should refuse to touch, and not a few whose sight we should avoid, or which possess a nauseating taste. Hi, honey. I'm home. Hi, honey. I'm always home. Home is wed to away. The household intervenes in the state of nature to conjure the cell. The order of the household was meant to keep the chaos at bay, but Metropolis shows us how the household was the origin of the chaos. This is the layout of our apartment. We have a closet at the entryway, then the long hallway with the kitchen that leads to the living room. A smaller hall leads to the bedrooms, the master bedroom and the child's bedroom. The bathroom is across the hall, and then there is the air outside of our windows. The walls of this unit enact a fiction. The house door is like a pinprick on a fingertip, pointing to a temple. It is a motor of socialization and individuation. We chase the house door around our apartment. The Kleinamann's indeterminacy penetrates the cell, breaking down its membrane and causing its insides to escape. Cell cultures sometimes spontaneously combust during internal processes of self-purification. Tellingly, bacteria does not rely upon sexual difference to reproduce. Kleinamina reconstitute us, altering our internal structure. They carry the ability to mutate everything from the shape of our bodies to the horizon of our perception. In the 1960s, anthropologist Edward Hall developed the theory of proxemics to explain the culturally dependent ways people structure spatial relationships. He proposed that social proximity constituted a hidden dimension of communication. He defined 4 categories of interpersonal distance: public, social, personal, and intimate. The boundaries of these categories shift based on material conditions and cultural preferences. According to proxemics, social interactions exist along 2 continuums: the personal to the public and the ritualized to the non-ritualized. The eye filters reality through a representation of organization. An abstraction is erected. An interruption of space is enforced by distance. The rise of neoliberal subjectivity was accompanied by a withdrawal from civic life. Middle-class families retreated into the comfort of the image of modern living. In the 1980s, a marketing consultant named Faith Popcorn introduced the term cocooning. She described it as the impulse to go inside when it just gets too tough and scary outside, to pull a shell of safety around yourself so you're not at the mercy of a mean, unpredictable world. Those harassments and assaults that run the gamut from rude waiters and noise pollution to crack crime, recession, and AIDS. Cocooning is about insulation and avoidance, peace and protection, coziness and control. The image of the home as a refuge from economic calculation and transaction effaces the home's continuity with the outside world. Just as the oikos of Athens included slaves, the modern home remains a site of labor, both paid and unpaid, visible and invisible. Popcorn described 3 sub-trends within cocooning. There was the armored cocoon, the wandering cocoon, and the socialized cocoon. A 4th category arises during pandemics: the cannibal cocoon. We celebrate our labor-saving domestic appliances. We search for other future-oriented technologies. Back at home, we navigate the various venues of action and inaction. As time accumulates, we ask why not have the bed in the kitchen? The axes of our unit extend far beyond the house door. What is in us rusts iron and ripens corn. The contradictions of public life animate our daily rituals. Livy warned of the risk of the contagion of sedition spreading from the city. We are told to transform our interior. The clean Amina now congregate where the house door used to be. Our movements take us there.